Hello, everybody. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining our Railbookers webinar today. My name is Chris David. I'm going to be your host for today's session, which focuses on the top 5 things with Railbookers. First off, so important to let you know how extensive Railbookers program is with itineraries of vacation packages traveling by rail on pretty much every continent around the world at this point, only excluding Antarctica. And you'd be hard-pressed to find a rail vacation there. We've recently introduced a fantastic portfolio of itineraries in South America. We have New Zealand, which has just gone live very recently as well, giving you access to the entire world with an amazing array of vacation experiences traveling by rail. We offer numerous styles of vacation packages well at Railbookers, featuring pretty much every way that there is to travel by train. The world's great famous and iconic trains like the Glacier Express, pictured in this slide. Luxury rail, we have a wide selection of packages featuring the world's iconic luxury trains like the Orient Express, the Royal Scotsman, Rovos Rail, and many others. We really specialize in pre and post cruise extensions with a wide selection of more than 60 packages specifically designed to connect with the river and ocean ports of Europe. We have numerous amazing once-in-a-lifetime destinations and experiences featured in the Railbookers products collection, such as the Maharajas Express in India. As I mentioned earlier, an incredible journey on the Rovos Rail, traveling all the way from Cape Town to Dar es Salaam through 5 countries in Southern Africa. We have sleeper trains, are very popular, the whole concept of overnight travel by rail. And the Railbookers collection features sleeper trains in Europe, in North America, in India, as I mentioned, in Australia and other places around the world. We've got packages that are specifically designed for first-time travelers to Europe, taking in a lot of different countries and regions. And of course, we have our most popular destinations, which at this point in time are Italy and Switzerland, which are both just fantastic countries to experience traveling independently by train. But the topic today is the 5 main things with Railbookers that really make us, as a provider for your next trip, stand apart, especially in terms of vacations traveling by rail. So let me start with the first, which is selecting from a wide variety of activities. At Railbookers, although our name suggests that we're a rail specialist, we really take care of all the aspects of your trip. The hotels, the sightseeing tours, the transfers from airport to city center, from hotels to train stations, and of course those sightseeing activities, everything and anything that you would want to experience and do in the destinations. We've organized all of the sightseeing options on our website in a very intuitive and systematic way, making it easy for you to see what is available for you to do and experience in every destination. You can search by country, so go under Italy, and then within Italy you can choose the places that you're interested, and then you'll see all the different sightseeing tours and activities available. In the Cinque Terre, for example, you can take a winemaking class, a pesto making class. You can ride the train that runs between the 5 villages. In Lake Como, why not take a sunset cruise with Prosecco on the lake? Such a beautiful way to enjoy that stunning destination. And in Florence, you can have a guided tour of the Uffizi Gallery to see the Renaissance masterworks. You can also take a secret food tour. So really whatever you want to do, and you can see all of those activities listed on the website. So with all these activities included for a destination like Italy, Railbookers really gives you the opportunity to do and see everything, all of those highlights that you've heard about and dreamt about in the main tourism destinations throughout the country. Rome, Florence, Venice, of course, but as well in other destinations easily accessible by rail, like the incredible Amalfi Coast, the Cinque Terre, or the Italian lakes. The second of our 5 top things, choose your accommodation style. At Railbookers, we have hotels ranging between 3 and 5 star in every destination. And again, these are clearly indicated on our website. So for each destination in the day-to-day itinerary, you can see all the hotels available with helpful descriptors or categories that we've used to help you choose between them. Like our wow properties. Here's a great example, the Riffle House 1853, which is halfway up a mountain outside Zermatt with magnificent views of the Matterhorn from many of the rooms. A hotel dating back to 1853 where it was set up as a way station for mountaineers and people exploring the Swiss Alps, and has been beautifully restored and redesigned to cater to the modern traveler. So for the many itineraries that we have available in Switzerland, Switzerland, a perennially favorite destination for rail travel. And we've got dozens of itineraries ranging from just a few days up to 2 weeks or even longer, featuring the main destinations throughout Switzerland. And in each of the overnight stops, in this case, for the Gems of Switzerland 11-day trip, you're stopping overnight in Montreux, Zermatt, Grindelwald, Lugano, and Zurich, as well as the beautiful historic town of Chur. And in each of those places, you can choose accommodations that best suit your needs, your travel style, and your budget. Number 3 of the top 5 things is that the train takes you to the city center. So when you're traveling by rail, your vacation starts right in the heart of the action. You disembark from the train, and in Europe, the stations are right where you want to be, in the middle of all the main tourism attractions. Unlike air travel, where you maybe you'd have to transfer in from an outlying airport into the city center, so you can hit the ground running, exploring as soon as you step off the train. As well, the stations are often in very close proximity to the cruise ports, and this is what makes rail journeys so conducive for pre and post cruise and river cruise travel. Because it's so easy to disembark from the train, and in a very short transfer, a taxi ride, you can be right at the cruise port for that next portion of your vacation travel on the incredible cruise that you've booked. With rail as well, you have the opportunity to cover a great distance from the cruise port, so you're not constricted for your pre and post cruise itinerary to the immediate vicinity of the cruise port. You can travel even in a short space of time all the way across Europe on the amazing high-speed trains that can take you through multiple countries, even in the space of less than a week. With rail travel, and this is the 4th of our top 5 things, the journey is a part of the experience. Traveling aboard the train and being on an overnight train or an iconic sightseeing train like the Glacier Express, or an historic specialty train like the Jacobite steam train in Scotland, or indeed any train that's just taking you from A to B, is such an enriching and an enjoyable experience. You're traveling through the landscape, seeing the country as you pass you pass it by, as opposed to flying over it at 30,000 feet. You also have the ability to get up and walk around. You're never confined to your seat. So it's really worth considering that when you're traveling between places, your transportation is not just a way to get from A to B, but it's actually something that enhances the journey in and of itself, with scenic views, incredibly fast and convenient check-in procedures, no baggage restrictions, and the fact that you're arriving right there in the heart of the action. Rome Termini or Madrid's Atocha station would be, within a very short walk of the main highlights like the art galleries, museums, and historic attractions. Nowhere is this more apparent than in Alaska, where there's so much to see as you travel inland through Alaska from Seward on the south coast to Fairbanks, following the route of the Alaska Railroad. And the journey on board the train really is a highlight of that whole experience, sitting in the glass-domed observation car and seeing the magnificent scenery from the windows of your train as you travel through America's largest state. And number 5 of our top 5 things is the ability to see multiple destinations in one trip. Here's an example, as you can see on the screen, of an itinerary that covers several countries throughout Europe. You're going from the UK through France, Switzerland, and Italy. And you're able to do that in the space. You can see there are 7 nights in this itinerary. So in the space of a week, you can see and do so much, because the trains travel in Europe at over 300 kilometers an hour. The journey from Paris to Zurich, for example, is just 4 hours on board. And it's absolutely comfortable and enjoyable, with tons of legroom, service on board, meals served to you at your seat as you watch the landscape pass by, whizzing through it at over 200 miles an hour. Another example with Railbookers of how you can combine lots of different complementary and unique experiences into one itinerary is with our luxury rail packages. Because what we do is we combine the luxury train, the Orient Express, which is just a 1.5-day journey from Paris to Venice, with other complementary rail experiences and classic European destinations, such as in this case, the Swiss Alps on the Glacier and Bernina Express. So instead of just a day and a half on the luxury train, you have a 10-day vacation with all kinds of wonderful, different and unique experiences included. So with Railbookers, in a nutshell, really what makes us unique is the ability to connect the dots in your itinerary. We make it so easy for you to book an independent journey in one place, with the hotels, the rail, and the sightseeing, so you don't have to source all of those components individually. We allow you to book trains 2 years in advance, give you a wide range of hotels to choose from, advise you throughout with incredible knowledge and expertise on rail travel, and offer you an extensive collection of trips, be it luxury trains or specialty trains, something unique designed for the train buffs among you. And we offer as well 24-hour emergency support in destination. So hopefully this has been enlightening, and by sharing those top 5 things, giving you a sense of how we can really enhance your trip and make sure that you have the most memorable adventure through Europe possible. So thank you for joining us today. And wherever you're located in the world, don't hesitate to give us a call at one of the numbers shown on your screen. Maybe a good time to take a screenshot or a quick photo so you know how to reach us. Thanks so much, folks. Take good care, and bye for now.